Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Heart podcast. I'm here with Shwetzer, and she is my very lovely confidant and partner in healing. She is here to talk all about her work that she does, her background in healing journey that she has accomplished in her work throughout so many years of amazing, beautiful experiences that she's had. We would like to start with some basic questions on who you are as a person and just really open it up for things that you want to share with the world about Merle. What makes Merle Merle? So this is our very first podcast together, so it's a little, we're a little nervous, so we're working through that.
And excuse the face, I didn't prep my face, and I just
Your
saw
face,
you. This is the real me, only
your
me.
your face is beautiful.
Thank you.
You're always beautiful.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you're very welcome. Okay, so my first question for you is, who are your top three people that inspire you the most in this world?
Huh, that's a tough one. Well, I've always been religious, so that's the first one that comes up. It's the source. Yeah. Um, always been
Absolutely.
as a Christian, I always say God. But I'm not saying that just to kind of bring it out there to others, but that's just what's coming up. Um, a
Absolutely.
lot.
Absolutely.
Yes, and a lot of quite a few people here and there have inspired me. Not for a long time. It's just bits and pieces. I've had bosses that, because I'm the kind of person that treats someone the way you want to be treated, and as I'm in my working field, there are many people who are not real. Um, they're nice, but not really nice. And so as I'm saying that, they're coming into my head. There are two bosses that I've had. One is Adrian Lukey. I worked for Memorial Hospital, and he was one of the nicest boss I've ever met in my entire life. He was just gentle and he was kind, and he actually sent me to school to become a better secretary. how to how to be more what efficient, not efficient, it's more um secure about things that I need to do. There's a word for it. The word is not coming up right now. um Oh, assertive, being more assertive. I don't see you. Are you still there? And hello. What happened? Are we on pause? I think we are on pause. Continuing. Anyway, he's one of them, and the other one is Lilia. I don't remember Lilia's last name, but I worked with her for a city in Fort Lauderdale when I was in my early 30s. And again, she showed me how a boss should be, how a kind human could be. And both of those are, hi, I thought I lost you. Those are the qualities that I look for in human being. So to me, that's inspiring, to be treated well, to be treated nicely, to be treated kindly by another human being. Although, they see your qualities, but they will not point out your your um uh your flaw, and they enhance this. And this is how I think humans should be, is that we should all be gentle and always be kind to one another. And no matter what the situation is, yes, do get upset, but you have to maintain that composure, to always be kind. So those are the two or the three. Um, And there are many other, people, but right now it's not coming. But, there are many people that inspired me throughout my life. But in healing field, it's just basically um, who inspired me are a lot of you mystics. You are all inspiring to me because without your words, without your wisdom, I cannot start where I am. I'm I'm feeling teary about that, and I don't know why. Um, because coming into this world and doing this work, it's a bit, the word that's coming up is scary because of the background that I have came in as a Christian. It's not allowed, it's not accepted uh, with most of my family, and of course, some friends and acquaintances, people that you meet. So to push through to do this type of work and do it as for a living and be passionate about it, is fun, but also there were challenges to it. And so yes, uh, part of what I'm grateful for and what inspiring to me are a lot of you mystics and psychics. Yeah. Um, you've encouraged me to do my work. Um, bits and pieces, not just one mystic, not one just psychic. For some reason, they come along and they do their job just as I do my job. I think when you're here to inspire another, you have to do them. And that's what they've done for me. They've inspired me literally to go move forward, Merle. You have work to do. Your ancestors are here. They're guiding you. You know,
Yes.
they're pushing for you to do this. So here I am. And I think, coming into this work, that's who inspired me. Many mystics, many psychics.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. And I
Thank you.
wanted to apologize. My phone had a technical issue.
Okay.
I love you, and I know it's an emotional topic because as
Wow,
you
I like this.
you know, and that I know, it's been a challenging journey to get to where we are and to stick with the healing work and the healing journey, not only on ourselves but on others. And I feel like all the while we've been on this journey, it's been such an internal struggle because we have that inner drive that says, hey, just keep going. There's going to be it's a for a purpose that's greater than ourselves. And yet our physical bodies and our minds and our spirits get tired, and we really just need to rest. And it's then there's the next thing to do, and the next person to heal, and the next thing that you have to accomplish. And it's just like life is a journey, yes, but it can become very tiring. So I very much understand. I understand the emotion behind what you're sharing. It's big. It's big and it's internal, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. And that's why I'm really happy that we're having this conversation today. So
And
I want
hold on. I wanted to add, and I didn't mean to be
no, no,
emotional, really unexpected. I
no,
just that
you're
things
good.
come up. Wow,
It's
things that comes up in our life is really amazing.
yes, I mean, it's good to get it out. You have to be able to get it out, you know? You know that. I feel like this would be a good question for you. If you could do anything with your life, and it could be any array of things, and money is limitless, what would you do and why?
Well, I would like a center that involves healing in it. And of course, that center has to have the studio, of course, to do public speaking and to share many different natural born talents in that center to come together so that we can assist those who need us. and not everybody will need us. Not everybody will come to us. So that's just a basic uh, uh, desire of mine, is to have that healing center to where, we can do many things such as meditation, having juices, having good teas, having good coffee, um, things, elixirs, anything that would be good. And we get to choose that, because we are so intuitive that we all know, well, for some of us, although there are many products out there that are amazing and wonderful and they do the help, we have to tune in first of all to figure out if those are resonating within our bodies, because not everything that's great resonates to in all of the bodies. It can be dangerous for some as well. So that's
Right.
my desire. And just come uh to have us all together, those who are natural born healers, to come together, or naturally born gifted, to come together, and so that we can assist, have a retreat center, you know. So
Absolutely.
that's the
Would
biggest
you
desire.
say that's your, sorry, would you say that that's your biggest goal as far as like your big vision? Like that's what you really would like to see, see it through and see it be accomplished in the physical world in
Correct.
this.
And yes, and I would like to say it out loud. I like it to be near the ocean, or anything by the water,
Absolutely.
walk in nature, everything in nature,
Yes.
because we do need that. We need that groundedness. Yes, that's a huge thing for me. I think for both of us, correct?
Nature and near the water. Yeah, that's two of the most healing places for me. I know some people it's not always the same, but for me for sure. Being in nature, being near the water, especially the ocean, is the most healing place for me. So when
Oh,
you envision
can I
this,
pause a moment? I need to turn off something.
yes,
Can we
go
pause?
ahead. We can edit or
Okay.
we'll just wait. It's fine.
I am back.
Okay. So when you envision this, the healing center, I know we've had conversations about it before, but what specifically do you see the functionalities of the healing center? Like what types of healing practitioners, healing work that you would be doing that we would be facilitating in the healing center or you in general?
I'm not quite sure, but all I know is that I would like to be able to pick on my therapist, all of my practitioners, because at least, I've practiced that pretty much throughout this business, that I get to choose what's best. It's not me personally, it's just I have that in tune system. I know who's good for what, and what it is that they need to do. It's always been my forte. And if they need to be in a certain caliber naturally, it's great to have an education uh, in doing this field. That's always a plus. But what makes it better is when a person is truly gifted, and that they don't rely on their own worldly knowledge.
Yes, 100%. So when this happens, I'm gonna say to manifest, that's how we manifest. When this happens, um, I would like to definitely, I want to see it happen for me too, but I really want to see that happen for you. And so if we have any people that are interested in helping open a healing center, or it's something that you share a common goal with, or it's something that you've always wanted to be a part of, I want to open the invitation to anyone hearing this to go ahead and reach out to us so that we can talk further on potentially collaborating. If you are an angel investor or someone that wants to help support this, I would definitely be so very grateful. And I will link Merle's information also to this video and to the podcast on Spotify to be able to contact her directly as well. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one more question and then I want to get into your background. So, my question for you is so you can share with the people listening, what are you currently working on in your personal life for your work that you're wanting to put out into the world or things that you're working on, like projects? I know we had talked about some dance teachings and some potential healing arts fairs. I just wanted to give you a chance to share more on that or
Yeah,
whatever.
yes. Well, I think what's coming, we've talked about, meditation with movements. So that's still out there. We talked about meditation, karma meditation. At least that's what I call it. I learned that when I first opened up almost 20 years ago in Thailand. And the gurus there wanted me to do the meditation. I have never touched on that subject. It's because back in my mind, I have to have a safe place for people to do that, and it has to have the right space, the right energy, and the right people to be in it, because it is so sacred. As they were
Yes.
me, they had protected me, and I've allowed my body to kind of let go. And because a person has to let go, and you have to be in assistance, and the space needs to be clear and clean, spanking clean, so that's one of two of the goals. And of course, the one that's probably mostly happening soon is having the healing events. And I'm trying to find one here. I am in Fair Oaks, California, in outskirts of Sacramento. I found a place, but no one seems to be answering, so I don't know if they're open or not. Yeah, so that's one of the things I wanted to do, to find. Again, what I would like is to open it to people that are very natural at what they do. Yeah,
Yes. And
and
spiritual
I would
aware.
like to be able to pick them, if I can. And of course, there's always somebody that might sneak in, but that's okay. You know, is we weed out things, and in this field, we really don't want. I'm going to use the word fakery, because there are many out there that are doing this for the money, and we do want to make money, but as I've always done, I think, like a little boy once said to me, to his mother, said, Merle should have been a millionaire right now.
Yes.
I should have been, but I'm not there. It's because the way I process my work is not the way a regular human will do. The money comes in the highest form. And that's how I want to live my life, that I work not hard for it, but the exchange is proper. Mind you, when I work, it's more than what I get paid is more than what I get, is less than what I get, you know. And
Yes.
so I would like that money to come together, turn around in the highest form. Not just because it is money and you can do, yes, I could travel, I could do a whole lot. But I'm settled to where I am because I know I have a calling to do, and that is to do this work. And many could benefit, but then again, I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And and so I get to pick and choose who to work with, and the universe gets to pick and choose who to send my way. Not everybody gets to access Merle. Yeah.
Right.
And that will change, but I probably won't be doing the individual healing like I used to do. It will be mostly group. This is why the healing center is needed.
Definitely. I feel like it's gonna happen a lot sooner than
Yes.
we think it is, just because it's time and the world is shifting so much that we need so much more healing. And you've worked so hard for so long, and so have I, that it's to a point now where it's time to settle in and really start focusing on a collective work rather than just individual, because when you're doing this individual healing work, it's so much harder on you than people realize. So I want to see that happen. I really do.
And I think that's why it's aligning to do the healing events. It's because we then get to pick and choose.
Right, exactly.
And that's the start. The people who will be in that center that, we're manifesting to have.
It'll be the perfect people with the perfect souls to help align with the goal and vision that we have for collective healing and transformation, for sure. So, that being said, I want to give you an opportunity, and we'll have more conversations on I would like to have more conversations with you in the future, because you are doing your own videos and podcasts very soon. And this is more of a jump off episode for you. I want to showcase and hold space in a spiritual platform, in essence, you to be able to have the space to share what it is that you do, who you are, and essentially what your goals are, which we've gone over some of them, but your backstory on what led you into your path of healing work, and the the reality of what that's been like, because so many people talk about, their healing work and what they're capable of and all their trainings and certifications and all the things, but people need to feel that real authentic, like, this was really really hard, and yet these are the things that pushed me through, and this is a part of my journey that got me to where I am today. And in the future, I would like you to be able to share yours and our experiences of sessions that we've had, certain just amazing miraculous healings that have been done, and our experiences of the real raw, what it really looks like when you're actually helping people heal.
Right. So where would you like me to start in a little bit of that?
So maybe just if you feel called to touch on maybe your experiences of maybe seeing your mother having spiritual abilities, and then like when you were younger, and then kind of how your journey led you into the
Oh,
healing work.
right. My mother, yes. I was told, I can't really confirm it. I was told by quite a few psychic. One of them is Linda. When I became a massage therapist, I met her within I think 6 months or less than 6 months of me being a massage therapist. And somehow, nothing is coincidence. She had to come, in my space, I and hers, and we really resonated and became really good friends. And I called her Crazy Linda because the moment she met me, she said, "You're a healer." And I'm like, "No." And she pushed me, and I said, "You're crazy." And and that's my one of the very first, mind you, back in the day, I was very skeptic and scared of psychics because of how I grew up, and and they tell me that you don't believe all that stuff, you don't touch into that. And I said, no, okay. The only healers that I come across are pretty much your doctors and supposedly your church elders, but I've never really seen the church elders heal me, so you know
And look at you now.
and and I met this woman, Linda, Fraser Linda. She said, I wanted to tell you. She said, I know you're scared and you don't want to take it in, but your great great grandmother is beside you, and she wanted me to tell you that you are a healer and you come from the lineage of healers. And this is, from my mother's side, according to her. Mind you, I don't have the clear audience like most of you have, so I do have a clairsentient ability, and sometimes clairaudient, not quite often. But there's a purpose to that, and you know that, and this is why I am not clairaudient. I mean, clairvoyant. Um, and so I kind of had to, uh, when I grew up, it's more of a believing. There's a belief system you kind of have to trust. So the basis of my work is trust. And so, as I was growing up, my going back to my mother's side, my
Yeah.
mother, I saw her as crazy. I called my mother as crazy. And everybody labeled her crazy. According to my sister, of course, I don't know, by the time I grew up, my family were poor, and my sister has all the history in her head, and my brother too, my eldest brother, but my eldest brother is gone. But my sister grew up, she said, we grew up pretty well off, you know.
Mm.
We lived in the Coanco compound, and we had everything.
In the
And
Philippines.
yeah, mom's clean. She's just one of those personality that she's compulsive. She doesn't want anything dirty. She doesn't want her kids dirty. She doesn't want her kids eating anywhere else but home, you know?
Right.
So that's the kind of thing. So by the time I grew up, apparently, long story short, they lost they lost their wealth. My dad had gambled, and mind you, I was there's also healing abilities in my father's side. His aunt's been doing healing as well, but I had no clue. I don't know. All I could feel was my mother. So, but my mother throughout, she would like look at my mother. The reason I called her crazy, and everybody called her crazy, she would look at the window and start cussing at the window.
Yeah.
And mom, who are you looking at? Why are you yelling? Who are you cussing at? She goes, blah 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 blah. And lo and behold, when I opened to become the way I am, when I trusted for my body to do what it needs to do, and able to actually be in tune,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in doing the work, I was doing semi-similar thing as she does, except that I don't do it every day. My mom sees spirits every day. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm only open when I'm working, and mind you, I'm not clairvoyant. My mom was clairvoyant, so she can see, how some people have craziness in them.
Mm-hmm.
They things. She's one of those. So I realized she has abilities, and I believe again, with the guidance of many psychics, they have told me my mom was all about. I really never knew,
Yeah.
because really never communicated with me in a way of a regular communication. But we do once in a while when I would come visit, lo and behold, she would talk to me about, her wealth. She's hung on to that because she did have a lot of money. She had money, according to my sister. It's in the center of the house. It's in the cedar chest. The cedar
Oh.
chest full of money. And
Mm.
also the bank is overflowing of money, and the bank's calling her, Mrs. Dimacalangan, you need to get your money out. We don't have room for your money. You need to come get it.
Wow.
So that's how much abundance, my family had, with, three other children when I wasn't born yet. And so they lost all that. And because she lost all that, mind you, they never really know that she's clairvoyant. She
Yeah.
just kind of nutty because she lost all her money. And when she said, "Oh, my money is in the Commonwealth Bank," well, I didn't know the Commonwealth Bank was really real. It was.
Oh, wow.
And she would talk about, "I have so much money. Where's, go get some money." And she'll talk about that, and then all of a sudden she'll switch. She goes, get out, leave. You cannot come in here. And I'm actually like that. And sometimes I will use in the Filipino language. She will cuss as I am when I'm working on my people. I say to those negative entities, not proper spirits, I say, get the fuck out. I
Yeah.
do the same thing. And I will start yelling, looking at the window, just like as my mother did. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what my mom did, except that she does it every day. I only do it when I'm working.
Yeah. Mm.
So, and again, Linda have told me. And then later on, as I opened to becoming more to accepting, or getting to accepting to do this line of work, is every single psychics have pretty much told me the same abilities. And the very, very first reading I had, which is Wendell Martin, and there's a story leading up to that. He said to me, Merle, are you a healer? I said, no, I'm not. I said, I'm a massage therapist. He goes, but Merle, I'm looking at your card. From one, I don't know what card, I think there's 10 cards, I'm not sure. She goes, from first to the last card, it says you're a healer. I've never seen a perfect healer. Your ability, you're a healer, left and right. Whatever you need, when you need it, it comes to you. She goes, and that's why you're here, coming
Right.
to that reading. Means, mind you, I did not believe in a psychic, but I was in my desperation. I turned to one, and it was actually a free reading that I won, which took
Wow.
times to go back and forth to go, maybe I
Hmm.
should have that. I need answers. Maybe I should, I'll win that. And I actually won that reading. And I was so,
Wow.
it was hard to accept. And that's how I started pretty much coming to getting to where I am today. Is I had to go through hard times, but yet because of that one reading, and more, not just that one reading, but he kind of just validated
Right.
supposed to be doing. He said, yes, that was the reason. That's why your life happened like that. But truly, the real reason, that's why your life turned around today, is because you're not doing your work. And that's pretty much when I turned close to 40, maybe 40. I don't remember what year. But at 40, I had to restart my life. It's pretty much everything was taken out, the house, the car. Hmm.
It's hard.
In the mercy of the universe, I go, what do I do now?
Right.
And so, and yes, I am grateful for being, keeping my massage therapy license back in the day. And that really helped me to be where I am today. And through that, because there are the healing composition, there are many different levels and platform into healing. And part of mine was, being able to understand their body, and from, because body records everything that's happening to it. And so that
Yes.
even if they don't remember they have anything going on, I'll find every single crevices in
Yeah,
there.
you do. You do. People are like, what do you mean something that happened when I was 7? What are you talking about? Oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
You people don't understand. Just as cancer, they think cancer just appeared because they've been eating bad. It could lead up to that because you're eating bad. Yeah, that could happen, but that's not the first reason and the first source of cancer or any debilitating disease. And people need to understand it's really simple. It's a simple equation. But people want to put something on, oh, you've been doing this all your life. Yeah, it could lead up to that. But once you heal that little thing, the cancer will, maybe I shouldn't say that. The issue will
No, it's
leave.
fine.
The issue will leave. And
Regardless,
yeah,
yeah,
it's hard
regardless of what the disease is, once you get to the root core of it, it can then
to walk away.
manifest in the physical body that it's just gone. People have to understand the physical body is also energy. So when you tackle the root core of the disease or the illness at an energetic and spiritual level, the physical body is also energy. It will then subside in the physical body and leave.
Yeah. So going back to that, yes, my mother is part of that. But leading up to that, because again, I would not have known that my mom had certain abilities. No one really have recognized it. Even in the family, they don't. Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
recognize mom has. They just still label my mom, she's mental and had. But I saw her different, yes, in the physicality. Her brain probably got jumbled because
Yeah.
she could not figure out her reality anymore. She, for the most part, 4 years when I moved back here, and where I am, she, she didn't speak because she had a stroke. I was told at the house, but later on revealed that the stroke happened in the hospital because she was left alone. And my mom was never really left alone in her entire life. She always has somebody. Actually, a niece of mine read that, and she said, yeah, they kind of got to her, in the spirit realm. They put such fear in her that she couldn't do it. I mean, the body is weak. When the body is weak, when something's disturbing you, it's just gonna push. and
That's
and
sad.
yeah, in my family, their belief system that, acupuncture is devil, massage therapist is not great either. What I do is not great either. I mean, it's different now. Their belief system is different now because they prove proven that it's literally different. Massage can help, acupuncture can help. Even believe having a negative belief system is doesn't have a good outcome on anyone. And people don't realize when they go to church that they're looking for help in the church or God, but they realize that they just needed to go to church to, they don't know that they needed to meditate. When they're praying, they're
Hmm.
meditating.
Right.
Yeah. And they go, oh, I gotta relax, God, I have so much problem. Yet if they just really sit at home and pray at home, and they go, put a candle on and just relax and talk to God for a minute. It's easy as that. But anyway, going back to my mom has two sisters that we called them Hilot. The youngest girl, um is he the youngest? I can't even remember. She has like my same coloring, my aunt, and she was the first helot in my mom's side. And she can do so much. And then I went to Philippines and visited there, and I met the second aunt because that first aunt had passed away. The second aunt followed her footstep, and literally I was just a massage therapist. I wasn't doing healing anything. I studied craniosacral. I did that in the Philippines, did it to my sister. She goes, oh my God, I want to learn this. And sent my sister, older sister, to go to school as massage therapist. And from that on, they've told me stories, and my aunt told me things about ginger and all the different herbs that she can set things, and I really have no clue what she did. But just one thing, and she would massage, but she was very light. My aunt was very light.
Mm.
She, like me, I'm heavy handed, but my aunt wasn't. She was very light, but she can heal things. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, I
So she's
was,
more of the healer.
yeah, but I was told I came from a lineage of that. And those are the only two I know. And I
I don't
grew up,
think you've ever told me this.
yeah,
Sorry.
I don't think I did. And my dad always had, he would take me to doctors. And I apparently have dislocated many things, this arm. As I grew older in my 20s, married life, I dislocated my knee, same line on the right side. I had no, just reconnecting that. And literally, who put my arm back together was a helot, like my aunt. My dad
Wow.
took to a helot, and she just popped it back in. And because I slipped on the floor as I was playing the skip thing on your leg.
Yeah.
We call it a sipa. And I slipped, and I went and dislocated my arm, and he took me there,
Mm.
and I for a while, and I would come back once in a while. The healer would massage me, and I got better. That's the only
Mhm.
thing that one of my childhood, because I don't really remember my childhood pretty much. And that's one. It's very vague. I knew I fell, and I went to a helot like both of my aunts. They weren't doctors.
That's amazing. Well, I'm sure they're better than a lot of the doctors.
But that did send me to doctors for simple cold, simple little things in there. I think I remember those. I just don't remember what they did to me. But I I always remember getting vaccine. You line up because United States. You'll see the military. They're there, and the nurses, and they were vaccinating children in line in school. One day they were all in line and getting shot.
Wow. That's another story for another time.
I'm sorry, I sometimes pretty funny.
No, no, no. That's
I
no
have a lot.
comment.
I can jump from one place to another, but it's all recorded in here. I'm glad you
Oh,
recorded.
I want to hear, well, I want to hear all of it. I think this is an amazing, amazing start to just really getting you out there. I mean, I've
Thank
been wanting to help. Yeah, you're welcome. I've been wanting to help get your voice out, get your story out, help people know more about you. And genuinely, yes, we have been friends for several years, and we know that we are soul family and have been knowing each other for many, many lifetimes, 100%. But my purpose today for having you share yourself with the world is because more people need to know who you are.
thank
Genuinely, they need to know who you are. The world needs to know you're here and this is what you do. You have helped. I have personally witnessed you heal, help be the catalyst for healing for so many different people, so many ailments, so many amazing, beautiful, incredible stories. And I just want to help the world hear more about who you are and just the beautiful miracles that have happened in your work. And so genuinely I want to do this a lot more often. um I want to ask, did you actually before I ask you that, I want to know, did you have any more that you wanted to share on your background for today?
No, that's about it. There's more to that background. I'm getting some water. Apologize. There's
No,
more to background. That's just a little touch on about my mother and our a little time together. But pretty much that's it on that. Because I've been a therapist since 19 massage therapist in since 1993 and
wow.
operated until recently. Um, but it from that I opened to become what I am today, helping others to be much more in touch with their own system or their own body. So, but a lot
You
of
do. I can attest to that.
a lot of experiences through that massage therapy field. I mean, even if I was not even didn't study, but that's how the universe brought me here to open up as one of the masters in the work. Uh, you
I want
called
to add that you have studied, but you've studied the book of life and you've experienced, as we both have, so many lifetimes to obtain all this knowledge and natural wisdom and gifts, and then came here to share with the world all that we can bring forth. That if a soul does not have enough incarnations and go through the cycles of the life processes to gain all this knowledge, then they don't have the ability to tap in to as much of the infinite wisdom and knowledge that there is to bring forth into this world. It's an evolution. And so you've done more work in a soul level than a lot of other souls, and as have I, where we recognized, all right, now it's time, we're going to come here, we're going to give the gift of this knowledge, this healing, this abilities, what we have to offer to this world. And we know that only we can bring what we came here to bring, but it hasn't been easy process.
as an easy process. That is so true because us to mingle with the rest of the world is not easy, but we do have to. You know, uh, the world had. It seems like they're in a different page sometimes
A lot
than,
of the time.
than where we are. I'm like, oh Lord, we have to be here.
Yeah, but it's amazing, I have to say, to watch the awakening happening on such a global scale. I do see it happening in a bigger way more than ever before, and that's a beautiful thing. And this is what we've been waiting for. And
Correct.
I see it all unfolding now, and it's like, okay, my soul goes, oh my God, I can breathe. Okay, okay. We're making it. We did it. We are on the other side. We're just come on, we got this, you know? So it's like, okay, okay, they're learning, they're waking up, they're getting it. We got just a little bit more, just a little bit more, and then all of them will be ready to receive what it is that they need to receive from whoever they're meant to connect with and learn from. And you know, our audience will be our audience. Everybody has a certain guru or master or teacher or whatever that they're meant to learn from, and these videos will be, they are designed for those who are aligned with us. And that's all, you know, that's also a message that I want people to hear is, if you know you have a gift and you know that it keeps calling you in your heart, I have something important to bring to the world. Listen to that calling, because only you have that gift to give. And this is also again why I want to showcase you, because you are so incredible. I mean, your gifts are so powerful. It hurts me to see you be so undervalued and underrated by anybody. Honor is the most important thing when it comes to being a master. And so this will hopefully give you the ability to be seen, to be honored, to be flocked to by the people that say, oh my God, yes, that's what I've been looking for right there. I want that for you so much. So I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we'll go ahead and close out for this episode. And my question to you is, how do you intend, and also how do you feel you already have made this world a better place than before you got here?
See, it's because with the work that I do, we've changed quite a few human lives. And part of the reading, I'm going to go back to the psychics again. Part of the reading that I received before, and it not just one person said this, that they say you came in this world to help because we're going in chaos, you know, and your work pretty much enhances people's ability, you know. And there are those who are gifted, they're not going forward because they're stuck.
Yes.
And so because the work that I do keeps them allow them to get unstuck to where they were, to where, yes, I'm going to say it, some of them felt like they were dying. They come to me and they say, that 20 minutes, I was like, 4 years have improved and still improving. Can you imagine 15 minutes at an event?
Mm, wow.
So the work just changes lives, you know, no matter what direction. Once they choose, not my choosing, once a person choose to get unstuck, pretty much that's what I do, get you unstuck so that you can move
Yes.
forward. There are many gifted human beings out there that needs, because one psychic said, because what you do, you keep them unstuck because they're stuck because they were invaded or something got to them, and you're going to pull them out, and then they're going to realize, oh my God, I got fixed. Them too, because they're clean, you know, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit needs to be clean. That's what I do.
Yes.
They're clean, they become more open, and they too, you as a conduit, they too become a conduit. So it multiplies, you know. You'll have, even she even says, you'll have students, and your students will be better students, and they will teach, and because you cleaned them, you taught them, it will multiply. And that's your contribution to this world, because it becomes a better world. I may not be known out there as many as we say, but you know what? Even just one can make a whole entire difference.
Absolutely. There's actually a person I knew a long time ago who was a counselor, and he was definitely an ancient soul. And you just reminded me, he taught me the concept to reach one, teach one. And that concept is you reach one person, you teach that one person's going to teach a minimum of 11 people, and those 11 people reach one person, and then that one person's going to reach 11 more people. So your work will always ripple out no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yes, that's the word. The word is, it ripples out, because you help one, it multiplies. And hopefully all will be honoring. For the most part, some are. There are those who we've saved lives, and literally, I could literally ask for thousands and millions to save their lives, but I don't. But are they honoring to do that? No, they're not, because money is their family.
Mm,
Realize that their life have shortened and gained it back because of the work.
right.
Sometimes, people do see us as just servants, and we're here to serve, and they don't realize that, what, we just gave you back something that you should not have had.
Mhm.
But it's hard to realize. And so the contribution to the world, and sure, yes, I've seen people to, and I cry sometimes because some of these people don't see the value, and I literally see them shouldn't be here already, but here because they have asked, to show me someone to help me. And there you go. Who's knocking on there? Who are they seeing with that? I'm not saying I'm that. It's just that's what had happened. That's what appeared in this work, is for them to literally give in hope. And here I am, center point, that, oh, to where, oh, you need surgery? No, you don't.
Right,
Just work on yourself. We can
right,
you can fix that yourself. It's not me. I'm here to help guide you, but you need to have in that certain vibration to do this work. And most people can't have a higher vibration on by themselves. No can do. You have to plug into a higher vibration. That's
right.
basically the key of this work, is you have to plug into a higher vibration, because most human, they have nada. I will say that, nada.
And then when you think about your work, so whenever you and I do energetic healing on people, or even just people don't realize this, but even just having a conversation with someone being in our light, it activates their light, their
Right.
connection to source, universal, God. And then that then activates their energy to become a catalyst to activate other people's energy to connect then to the
Correct.
universal source. And it is like, again, we just do that naturally. And people, what our goal also is for, and I'm speaking for you too, because I know it is true, for people to recognize in honor of what we really are here to do. And we're not asking for, people to bow down and kiss our
No,
feet. No,
no, not at all.
it's just have recognition and honor for the fact that we truly are giving you a gift of healing just by being in the presence of our energy. And because we do these things because we love and we want to see everybody get better. We want to see people be healthy, and we want to see everybody have the best life possible who truly wants to have a good life. And all we have asked for in return is love. honor, respect, want people to want to see us do well too. It's like this is our whole life. We do this for everybody. It's nice to feel people say, "Oh, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you nourished. Let me make sure you have money so you can eat." Just honor, real honor. And that honestly, for me, not to interject too much into what you're saying, but I just know that you feel the same way. It's like it's time for real honor. It really, really is. And this is what we're
There's no real money payment for life extensions, good life extensions. Because a lot of people that I've seen, it would have been a bad life for them because living in a disturbed body isn't living.
no,
Living in a good and well, healthy body is living, no matter what you choose, with or without money. You're living abundantly inside your body. That's wealth. And
absolutely.
and some people really can't let go of that dollar sign, even though you've given them more than what they pay for, and they still want to hang on to that, and you know and I am not to say, hey, you need more of this, and they need to recognize that I know what people need. But unless they ask me to tune in, not because I think what they need, because I never
Yeah.
think, it's what their body communicates with me they need. But most people don't know how to listen to their own body. They listen to their mind, what it dictates, but the heart does not connect with their mind. Get me? And that's the main reason people falter in being in their healed body, is because those two do not connect at all. And
Mhm.
in my work, it's not just body connection and mind, it's beyond the body mind connection. And sometimes
Absolutely.
you literally have to pull spirits out of there. We have spotters. Anyway,
Hmm.
anyway, go off the subject. I just wanted to add that. I do want to thank you for your time, Jessica. I know I can go jumbled with our conversation sometimes, but this is
Yeah.
sometimes I have no direction. I just kind of go.
No, I appreciate everything that you shared, honestly, and I genuinely feel like it's going to help a lot of people because there's a lot of people that are looking for people that they can relate to as healers, or people who are looking for healers, people who are wanting to learn about spiritual work and just getting the unedited, unfiltered, real, raw. This is what it really looks like. I mean, you can be the most powerful master healer in the whole entire world, or spiritual guru or whatever, but there's always there's a story behind every person. And that's what this is about, is sharing our stories, sharing our experience and our teachings and wisdom. So don't ever feel don't ever feel bad for veering off topic. It's all part of the process, and I definitely am thankful for everything that you shared today. Sorry, I dropped my water bottle. So
As long as you feel, you'll be fine.
yeah, I did so. Okay, I love you so much, and I truly honor you. And I have an appointment that I have to get to, but thank you so much for your time and just for sharing you today. And I look forward to doing this more.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.